Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we're in Costa Rica, and we're gonna have an epic time, so without further ado, let's get going. We are taking Sacramento to Denver, and then we're taking Denver to San Jose, Juan, Santa Maria, Costa Rica. This first flight took us on a short 2-hour hop down to Denver, Colorado. We are officially in Denver. We have 3 hours on the ground, and then we're back up in the sky, head to our final destination. With a 3-hour layover, I took advantage of the time by getting myself a smash burger and a Starbucks drink, then I chilled at the gate prior to departure. Well, we were stuck on the ground for about 70 minutes to redo performance calculations, so the captain ended up having to burn excess fuel on the ramp before takeoff to reduce the takeoff weight. Then, after a wild ride out of Caden, it was smooth sailing over Texas and the Gulf of America. Whoa, that was a rough touchdown. Alright, we have officially made it to Costa Rica. So, what we need to do now is I need to meet up with my group. We'll head through customs and go to the Sheraton. Yeah.
Costa Rica!
Alright, 2051, we are going to 2089. And this is it. Wait, we have a patio. Perfect. Alright, we're checking out of the hotel, and we're gonna head out towards our Airbnb. After we left the hotel, we stopped off for lunch a ways before Jaco, and I got a burger meal plus a delicious smoothie. No, I'm good. Okay. Then after that, we continued on our way to our Airbnb in Osa. Alright, so we have just gotten to our Airbnb. Look at this view of the ocean. Look at this pool, and it's got an edge. It's got this nice patio. Absolutely beautiful. Yep, that's Whaletail. So look at how cool this is. Super nice decorated house. How about we turn on some lights in this place? It's dark.
There's like 3 bedrooms?
Okay, we found the second section with a second kitchen.
I call this room.
Okay, hold on. How many rooms are there? Oh, I am sleeping in one of these.
Okay, I claim this one. I call this room. I claim this one.
I claim this one.
Okay, then that's perfect.
After we settled into the Airbnb, I hopped into the pool. This is cool, this is awesome. So we're in the pool right now, and it's pretty cloudy looking. We have this nice edge here. Could get used to this. A little rain never hurt. I'd say it's a win-win. So what do you think, Scarlett?
Cold.
Definitely a little bit. The weather's really nice though, so I don't think it'll matter much.
Yo, we're here live, Costa Rica 2025.
Yeah, let's go! Hey. What's the,
Wait. It's a butter thing.
Dad, did someone say something about the pool lights? I don't know what that just... Oh, I found it! Look at that. So this lever right here, off, on. I got that on video. Is it chilly?
Feels great.
After dinner, we settled for the famous game of Uno Show 'em No Mercy, and it got intense. But the tables turned on me, and I ended up having to draw 22 cards. No! The next morning, we had strange issues with our power as it kept going out, and we had low battery charge for the generator.
Needs to be swapped out.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness.
Our power literally just went out again. Today we headed out to a butterfly exhibit and later to the beach. Oh wow. While we were out, little did we know that there would be a fun surprise in the sky as we headed to a place for lunch. After lunch, we stopped at the supermarket for groceries, and that's when we had an epic thunderstorm on our hands. The thunderstorm! Oh! It's raining a lot. Oh my goodness. This is perfect swimming weather. I want to hop in the pool. Nothing more fun than swimming in the rain in Costa Rica. This is incredible. You can barely see the ocean, and Whaletail would be right there. Nice one, Scarlett. I think I just saw a flash. I got lots of footage, and this is probably one of the best storms I've gotten to watch in a while. I made pizza for dinner, and we played more Uno, Show 'em No Mercy. And then, right as we finished the game, we had an epic show return.
Okay, we're out of cards.
Oh! Right at the end of the game, we have more lightning.
Paddleboard would be cool.
Today we took things kind of chill, but we started off our day at the beach. There's so many crabs right here. What up? Whoa! After some time at the beach, we went back and spent a lot of time at our Airbnb, and we made burgers waiting for our second storm day of the trip. We got hit with tons of rain, and then we had a very close lightning strike nearby. Oh! That was so close! What the heck? After more lightning, it calmed down to light rain, so I made some pizza and ice cream to finish out the night. Today we had quite an epic day. We started out with ATVs, and this was such a fun experience. Driving through puddles and over rocks is just unbelievably fun. Alright, so we're currently stopping off for lunch at this little hut here up in the mountains, and we already heard some thunder, so a storm is definitely on its way here. We didn't get the storms that we expected. So we went out to dinner where I got a burger.
Yeah.
Today was probably my most favorite day on the trip. Me and my parents started off the morning quite early with a nice morning horseback trail ride on the beach, which is always super fun no matter what time of the year. After the trail ride, we headed out to go ziplining, and this was also very fun. There's a line where you can go inverted and then a drop from 50 feet up into the water.
Oh, whoa! That was fun!
One! After that awesome experience, we headed back and I made a pizza. Yes, I put a bunch of American cheese on top.
What we had talked about.
Since it was our last night in Osa, we all gathered to watch Jurassic Park. Before we left Osa, we got breakfast just on the road, and then we went to the Whale's Tail Beach, which was awesome. Look how it's gonna be on the mountain here. So we've had a fun time here. In an hour we're leaving back to San Jose, so we're leaving Osa for San Jose. And because our flight's tomorrow, we are already checked in. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead, pack this up, and then we'll make some pizza before we head out. At around 13:20, we started making our way back to San Jose, and we did top off on diesel, but after 3.5 hours on the road, we made it back to the hotel. And we're essentially just eating here tonight, and then we'll rest up for tomorrow's flight. We'll leave in the hotel at 9, and then we'll be out flying out of San Jose at noon.
Salad? Top salad?
Thank you.
Thanks.
We left San Jose for Denver at 12:20, and we were about to have a long day as we had 2 flights afterwards. Once we landed in Denver, we got luckily redirected to a one-way flight to Sacramento. So once we got to Seagate, I got some dinner and Starbucks, then returned to our gate. And then this happened. They're shuffling the gates really hard now because our original gate was C62. They moved it to C52 and now C37. Okay, finally we're here. And at least there should be no more gate changes, hopefully. We had our gate changed not once, but twice. Anyways, we eventually left Denver to head back to Sacramento to end our trip. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for more content. See ya!